Oh, so 100% financial support won't happen. Oh my gosh, the men are coming
They're
together.
making a pact? Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to membriash.
Welcome.
We are a channel that just reacts to reality TV, mostly dating shows. And today we're reacting to Love is Blind Habibi.
Yeah. Episode 1, first season of Habibi. I don't know anything about this season at all.
I did hear that they speak like 4 different languages. We're going to be watching it subtitled.
We're going to watch subtitled, and then when we put the episode out, what you will see will be dubbed. We understand that dubbing is not the ideal way to experience the show, but a lot of people like to watch this channel without a video, so we do the dubbing so that it is the best for the most people, essentially. While you're watching the show, highly recommend, if you can, watching with subtitles instead of dubbing, because it is just a better a better experience, in my opinion.
And now for the disclaimer, which is that we aren't professionals, we don't know anything, and we are merely a couple that sits on their couch, doesn't really dress up at all, and just watches TV shows and talks about things we see as they happen. This isn't thoughtful, well-reasoned commentary after the fact. We're reacting in the moment, and you get to see what that reaction is.
Yeah. So if you want an experience like you're watching a TV show with friends, this is the place. If you want professionals that are giving you intelligent commentary that you can learn lots of life things from, this is probably not the place.
Any fool can say something that's worthwhile, but we don't guarantee any of that, all right? So with that in mind, should we get in, or do we have anything else to preface it?
We got nothing.
All right, we're hopping into episode 1, Habibi.
In a world dominated by the love of physical appearances,
I just realized we're going to have to learn names again.
Oh, yeah.
And I got really, really overwhelmed and stressed out.
So I'm looking for someone who really understands my mentality.
Oh my gosh, all of these people are so beautiful. What is happening on this season? I'm sorry. Everyone's super stylish and very gorgeous.
I don't care about his Tinder profile. I care about his LinkedIn profile.
Oh, you hear all the jokes about dating on LinkedIn and how LinkedIn is just such an empty, soulless place.
I don't understand LinkedIn from that perspective. Because, I don't use it like that, but I've heard that that's, what it's morphed into.
Really?
Dating seems hard right now, dude. Honestly.
Oh, I saw a graph recently that it was a couple years ago, but there was a point where the majority of people meet their partners online now.
Yeah.
We went from don't trust people on the internet to meet your life partner on the internet.
Well, because legitimately, it opens up a pool of people you never would have met otherwise. So if you're struggling within the pool that you have, especially if you have a big family or work is really important to you, you have one activity that takes up a lot of your time. If you can't meet your person there, where the hell are you gonna meet them? So going online allows you to do it in a way. What was it before that? Bar culture. A lot of people would go to bars.
It was bars was I think the number one, and that got replaced by the internet. It was bars, work, something else.
And the internet, at least some of the places Hinge, they ask you questions.
It's semi-regulated.
Kind of get to know people a little bit better than just meeting somebody in a bar.
Yeah, it's true.
And hopefully by the end of this social experience, you're all going to meet your soulmates.
Well, that's quite a claim, though. You're all going to meet your soulmates?
There are people whom you'd fall in love with for their personality, even if they're not the most handsome people.
But every single person here got chosen to be the most handsome people. It kind of defeats the purpose of Love is Blind, isn't it?
What do you mean?
It's
because you know that everyone's
hot.
Well, but some of these people have standards where even the hot isn't hot enough for them. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
And that happens on the US season all the time.
Mild imperfections become massive sticking points.
Absolutely.
That's true.
You'll have a nice and happy vacation in this wonderful place.
your parents will meet the partner you chose.
I wonder, are they not having them live together? Because something I did read was people being like, I don't know culturally if it makes sense for them to be like living together. That would be like a big leap. And it feels like they said they're going to go on vacation and then they're going to have 4 weeks to meet people and stuff, but they didn't talk about them living together.
Well, I believe
so
that's probably the case. I'm sure the whole vibe's going to be a little different.
I feel like this is a good example of how they can shift the show depending on like the audience of people that they have. Like, what are the contestants? What do the cultural circumstances look like behind the place that you're filming? Because if they are indeed adjusting this so that people don't have to live together.
That's a big adjustment from the original show.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it doesn't mean that it changes the main element of it.
No, I don't think it does. I feel like the show can still function great even with that shift.
And we're about to find out.
Yeah.
I'm Muhammad, and you?
I'm Sarah.
Hello, Sarsur.
Sarsour.
Sarsur, it's a nickname for Sarah.
Well, she did not like being nicknamed right off the
Oh,
bat.
yeah.
She was like, that's not my name.
What do you think about guys marrying more than one wife?
I'm against that. He can divorce me and then go get married.
Okay, fine.
Is that like a common,
I don't know.
is that a common thing culturally for people to marry more than one person?
I mean, he asked it.
Right.
I don't feel like that's usually a question in these dates.
No, I don't think so either. But it's shocking to her.
Yeah, okay.
Like, listen, are you open for the idea of a man marrying 4 women?
Oh,
Why is
he was doing it to mess with
To
her.
mess with her? That's a little weird.
That is weird.
I'm Hajar.
I love the name.
My name is Dunya, by the way.
I love this name.
Johara.
Johara, amazing name.
Maybe he just likes names, okay?
Yeah.
You're a womanizer, darling.
Ow.
I'm telling you, that's my impression about you.
Oh, she is
Wow,
not letting
she
him
is
get away
sick
with
of him.
anything.
What can I do? We're not meant to be with them.
Oh.
Good for her, honestly.
She kicked his ass to the curb.
Yeah. She was like, absolutely not.
I heard what you said.
My name is Dunya, 24 years old. My mom is Moroccan and my dad is Saudi. I was born in France.
Her haircut looks very French.
Yeah, I suppose.
I immediately thought of that. I thought
Yeah.
she would look like so perfect in like Paris with her haircut.
Yeah. Parisians, feel free to disagree. It's our perspective.
Totally. I'm not French.
An
so-
American that only vaguely understands France.
I feel like if I was gonna get my haircut to look like French, that's what I would do. I would get my haircut like her.
I don't speak Arabic very well because I'm French educated.
Oh, so we both
that's
know
perfect
French.
for her. Oh, that's cool that they found each
okay.
other.
I was born in Africa, Senegal.
Oh yeah, they speak French in Senegal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a little video, and it's this like game show or something, and this person was asking the contestants where the majority of French speakers were, and they're all like, Canada, France? And they're like, no, dude, it's like fucking
Africa.
Congo. It's Africa.
Yeah.
And then they're like, where are most British speakers or English speakers? And it's not, it's not England. It's like a small percentage of English and French speakers are actually in the homeland, and that's because of colonization.
For me, of course, like the respect. She should respect me and respect herself.
I actually really like the mix of everything too. When they're like speaking in multiple languages in
Yeah.
the same sentence, I really think that's cool.
Yeah, I like multilingual conversations.
Mhm.
Yeah, even though I'm not good at them, but
I'm 24.
24. That's cute. I think you're my match.
that's cute.
I think they're a match too.
Yeah, they seem like a good match. I mean, their shared life experiences, I don't know. It's a small pool of people, but they seem like a good fit.
When he started speaking Lebanese, it was like,
I want.
Oh, so he's using like simplistic versions, like because he just doesn't know it as well.
Yeah.
But she's finding it cute instead of like
Yeah.
stupid
well, 'cause
or
she's
something.
multilingual too.
Yeah. But he's trying really hard to like
Yeah.
communicate in the shared language.
Why didn't things work out for me before? Maybe because I was a bit younger. I wasn't ready. I'm 27 years old now.
I can understand him saying he wasn't ready too, because like you and I had been together for a long time and we still were not ready.
I agree.
In our 20s. And that's with knowing your partner, and that's with like, us growing
Yeah.
together and spending a lot of time together. It still was kind of like, I feel like I might not be ready for this.
trading and export and things like that.
You are describing me.
I love. You seem interesting person.
Oh, he's a ladies' man.
Oh
no. I really thought his connection with the first person was special.
That's because he was saying it was.
I like food.
If you like food, you're gonna fall more in love with me.
Oh my gosh, he is laying it on thick with so many
Yeah.
people. Come on. What the heck?
We don't know the
dude?
order this is getting put out there, but we know he's saying basically really bold things to tons of different women.
I don't like
that
it.
seems pretty apparent.
I don't like it.
I like him a lot. Keep your hands off Shafiq today. I'll kill you.
They're fighting over him.
Jesus Christ. If a guy is setting up a situation where you have like 3+ women fighting over him, he's not a guy to fight over, because he should be making it clear enough to at least one of those women that's the way he's going.
Well, I don't know if I totally feel like that, because
Okay.
I could see a scenario where like you have someone who's like pretty outgoing and like flirtatious, but it doesn't mean that like they don't necessarily know it means he's going to the point of saying
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna bust the
Break the
doors
door down. Yeah.
Or like, I'm in love with you to like
Yeah.
multiple people. The fact he's doing that does feel like red
Those are
flags to
big
me.
flags.
But
Hello.
My name is Karma.
Be careful, I'm a womanizer.
I mean,
he's telling people at least.
and he's saying it, I think, in jest, but he's telling the truth out loud. potentially.
Open the door and let's leave this place together.
It's hard because it does seem to be like part of his personality,
Yeah,
but it's like if people
yeah,
don't
I get
understand that because they don't know him, then they might think it's special, and it's really not special.
Some people are real charmers, but they do it to everybody. Yeah, but then it's like, what is...
It's kind of hard though, because it's like at first it feels like I'm put off by it with him, and then I'm like, well, you know, some people like to laugh and have I like to laugh and have fun with people. It doesn't mean I'm like, you know, into
Flirting
them,
with
but I
them,
also
yeah.
wouldn't be telling them I'd be like that we're in love from
Let's
moment
run away
one.
together.
But then also maybe that's part of his flirtatiousness.
It's
and he
almost
doesn't
so over the
expect
top.
people to take it seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a strong enough connection with anyone yet for me to be mad about it.
At first we
basically.
felt that way because that's also the way the show has showed it to us.
And I wanted the first two to be together because they were so dang cute. But then now he's
Yeah.
being cute with all kinds of people. So
Yeah.
You're my favorite.
Look, guys, look.
he's like putting on a show for everyone. I feel like he gives vibes like he wants to be the center of attention. Like with the women, with the men. Like he just wants people to like him. You know?
Her personal life isn't over, but her priority becomes her house and husband. Her life comes second, and she has to be good-looking and fit.
Not gonna like this guy.
I don't. This is not my jam. Amar.
I'm Karma.
Karma, how are you, Karma?
He literally, you weren't watching it,
Yeah.
but he said that once a woman gets married, it's not like she can have no social life, but her responsibility is her house and her husband at that point. So he has very specific expectations of his partner.
Yeah.
I like to go to the gym and dancing.
Dancing.
Of course.
I don't like that.
He doesn't like that she likes dancing.
What?
By the way, I really love Oriental songs so much.
I really adore classical and old songs too.
Okay. I can't
Wait.
tell what of this is editing and what of this is not editing because it seemed like he was upset with her and then they immediately just started talking about music and now they're
yeah.
singing together.
Yeah, right?
But there was like that, put that in like boom boom.
yeah,
you know?
that moment, and you're like, wait a
And
second.
I'm like, wait, does he not like
Disagreement.
dancing? Is this like Footloose? Is
And
this
they
a Footloose
start.
scenario?
Is this a Footloose scenario? Swayze can't save us anymore.
You can't.
I know, we can't. We gotta do it without him.
I like Ammar, but the only thing I'm worried about is that he doesn't accept my dancing.
Yeah, he doesn't like her dancing. I mean, it's probably towards the end of the first or second day, right? Because they do like speed dating for 2 days, and they're like, okay, I know who I want.
Why did
But
they
I'm
edit
not-
it to make it seem like he was upset with her?
No, he doesn't want her dancing.
He
she
doesn't?
She said it again. The only problem is he doesn't like my dancing.
Why did what? What's happening?
I don't know.
Why doesn't
that's
he
what
like
I saw.
the dancing?
I don't know.
Just cancel Karma.
Give me your hand. I swear, if it's Karma, I will leave.
Oh, he's pressuring the other guy.
He seems pretty controlling.
Yeah.
Honestly, he really gives me controlling vibes.
Yeah.
Early on, because he's literally telling his friend like cancel, like you have to cancel your date. But again, it's hard.
But that
because
guy's also macking on like 10 different ladies,
and
so
the editing made it feel like there was tension there, and then they're immediately
like,
holding
laughing and
hands and they're
smiling.
fine. So
I know.
it's hard with these when
I
it's
know.
like, especially when it's not a culture that's your own, because I can read between the lines a little better
Yes.
on the U.S. seasons
For
because
sure.
I understand U.S. culture more. So I can be like, oh, they put weird music on this, but it doesn't seem
It
like
doesn't
there's
need
a
it.
problem.
Yeah.
But here it's
Here we have
way
no
harder.
idea.
It's not in English, so
They're
it's not
speaking,
in my
like,
first
4 different
language.
languages.
Right. I don't understand any of the like cultural context
Yep.
around this stuff, and then they're putting these weird tense music moments
Yeah.
in, and I'm like, am I supposed to feel tension? Is
Yeah.
there tension?
Of course, I have a timeline for having kids because I want to have enough energy to take care of my kids.
I love how a lot of people's concern is having enough energy for their kids, and my concern is like at a certain point I just like cannot physically have them any longer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, would I have enough
It's a
energy?
hard cutoff.
No clue. But like
That's not even the concern right
that,
now.
yeah, I can't even worry about it.
I'm great. And you?
I'm fine.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
Oh, she's the same.
Same
She's the
age
same
as
age
us,
as me.
Love shouldn't be the first priority in life. It should be present, but we also need respect.
Love isn't number one in a relationship?
I actually agree with him.
Okay.
I agree with
Like respect and
exactly
stuff.
what
Okay,
he
yeah, no,
said.
I hear
Yeah,
the
he said
rest of that.
transparency, openness, communication, like those
Yeah.
things are more important. I actually agree with all of that because I think those are components of love too.
Yeah.
Like that's how you show love to someone, in my opinion.
'Cause a lot of people, quote unquote, love other people, and it's like
And they
super
treat them
toxic,
badly,
terrible.
yeah.
relationship. Did he knock this down?
Yeah.
Oh man, he's messing up our light display. How long has it been like that?
She's older than me, so maybe I prejudged her. But I stopped caring about her age.
How young is he?
He's 33. He's about 4 years younger than her.
It's not that big of a difference, but everybody has different perspectives on
I think it's
age.
tough if you want to have kids too and you're
That's
meeting
true.
someone at
That's
37. I think there is a bit of like judgment that has to come into play.
Kids immediately versus like
and
down the road.
He may have thought, oh, if I meet someone my age or a little younger, we have a little time. And with her, he wouldn't have time. But that's okay because like he's
they're having a good connection over it. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Who is this?
Kareem?
Uh-oh, we got a love triangle coming up with Kareem, I feel like.
Oh, God.
How many countries?
4 countries.
Okay, I'm like you. I've lived in 8 countries.
I've lived in 1 country.
It's a very different experience watching this because so many people speak so many languages, have lived in so many different places. It's
kind
very
of jet setting all over. Yeah. That is the vibe right now.
Right. I feel like the cultural competency on this show is probably higher than like the U.S. version, where most people have only ever lived in the U.S. Like.
Yeah, you're talking about, like, to use an example, Garrett talking about moving over to San Diego because that's where Taylor's from. But that's a big move for him because he's always lived near his family on the east coast of America.
Yeah.
And this, you have people like, Canada.
Right.
You know,
Senegal,
France,
Belgium.
Boom. Don't care. Moving around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thinking about Dubai has me parched. Let's go get some water and take a quick ad break.
I'm actually looking for someone
on the same energy.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm looking for someone who's balanced.
Well, if I was looking for somebody with the same energy, I'd be looking for somebody who's very imbalanced.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I
have. High highs, low lows.
Yeah, dude. I like it. The roller coaster, let's ride. High, low lows. That's what I have to offer. You think it's all fun and games over here, huh? Because we're laughing on the couch.
It's mostly fun.
It is mostly fun and games. Till the depression hits.
Oh, yeah. We're both a little mentally ill, okay? We don't shy away from that. Is that what you do in the pods? You'd be like, I'm looking for someone who also has a little bit of a mental illness.
What do I do on a Saturday? I don't know, a little minty bee. Lay in bed all day.
Ruminate about things that happened 5 years ago that I can't change.
Yeah. A lot of people have the looks, but their characters are not nice. They're not right for you. Character is more important than looks.
Well, he's a little older. 39 is about pretty ripe for Love is Blind. Do we ever have 40 or plus year olds?
I don't think that we've seen somebody 40 plus on Love is Blind.
Yeah, I think it's a cutoff. Is the way they treat it.
Which is why also it would be nice to see a season where people are a little older. Yeah, because... It would be different, I think. Mm-hmm. He reminds me of Ramses from the or Rasmus from the Sweden show. He does. I don't know what it is about his vibe that reminds me of Rasmus, but like he's very funny. The way he laughs, like
it's funny you're pulling all the way back to Rasmus.
He immediately just reminded me of him. Rasmus was one of my favorite people from Sweden.
Absolutely,
I liked him a lot.
Yeah, he's great.
Noor is so cute, no question about it. She's flawless and funny, but she could be tall.
I don't hate it.
He's trying to figure out who is tall because he's shorter and he doesn't want someone to be taller than him. So he's literally like, does she sound tall?
Yeah.
The feminists ruined us.
She does not like feminism. She's anti-feminism. She doesn't like...
Anti-women's rights.
She doesn't support her being independent and working.
What?
If you want a girl who orders only lemon juice and a salad, sorry, but that's not me.
Oh, she likes to eat. She's like, don't just get me a salad.
Get me
a whole table full of
something
food.
Delicious.
We agree, brothers? Put your hands here. This 100% financial support won't happen.
Oh, 100% financial support won't happen. Oh my gosh, the men are coming
They're
together.
Making a pact? Wow.
Well, she's gonna struggle if the men are coming together and saying that they're not gonna support the women financially 100%. I
know. That's intense.
That is intense. I also think it's a bit weird to like join everyone in like a chant about how you're not gonna pay 100% for your wife when like there's got to be a man or two in there that doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, that was we haven't seen that sort of
that's
gender
like a personal
solidarity.
Choice, right? Yeah. It's not really something you can say for somebody else.
I decided to send you some of my favorite songs for you to enjoy. Amor.
Oh, that's sweet.
Because they were the one connecting about music.
Oh.
Oh, and he's the one that said...
Oh, that's really sweet. Oh.
They seem to be connecting pretty well.
They do. They're cute together.
Yeah.
I know there's the weird dancing red flag, but like,
I mean,
I don't know what.
I mean, you said that you're concerned he's controlling the way he was.
But then I'm concerned that it's the editing that made him seem controlling.
Yeah.
Because she has not had a problem with it. The guy that he's friends with has not had a problem with it.
Yeah.
So then it's that...
Yeah, because usually if somebody's coming off as a particularly strong vibe, other people will be like, okay, that guy's being a little...
Yeah,
you see tension
and no one's doing that.
all the
so
time.
then it's hard to tell. And then I think it might just be that the editing, they put like the noises over it. Which is maybe like a... like foreshadowing?
Yeah.
Perhaps? I don't know.
I'm holding this dumbbell now, and I'll throw it against the wall, I swear.
They're laughing a lot together.
Yeah, I do like seeing the lightness and the joy. She's laughing like crazy, and he seems really happy.
They both seem really happy with each other.
Yeah.
Don't worry, don't
For
worry.
God's sake, I'm a jealous man, Karma.
Oh, I don't like him
A
describing
jealous
himself
man.
as jealous.
He's giving that. He's giving
He
that.
is giving that, yeah. That's concerning slightly.
I think jealousy is rooted in controlling, if we're going to go back to that.
But then they're singing together, and they're very cute.
Know. They can have cute things and also have potential red flags.
That's true. The
Like-
jealousy, the controlling is a red flag for sure.
Yeah.
I told her there was a dumbbell. I grabbed it and told her if I go to the pod or the lounge and hear anything fishy, I'll throw this against the wall.
dumbbell.
And he's already talking about, like, physical
Throwing
violence.
things! I said I would throw this dumbbell against the wall.
But then she also said he's like a jokester. Like, he's just kind of funny. Like, if that is just like a joke, then...
Well, we do say things like, "Oh, I'm gonna bash my head against the wall" and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that sounds crazy and violent.
It does sound
when
crazy and violent.
I say things like, "I'm gonna bash my head against the wall all the time."
Yeah.
Like,
or like, I'm so mad I'm gonna vomit. Like, that's not
you're
real.
right. It sounds
so,
insane.
like, that may be what he's doing,
I don't
right?
know. Yeah, that's a good point.
But I have my brother.
And?
He likes you too.
He's being super upfront.
He is. I actually like how he's showing up.
I really, yeah. He's just like, hey, I don't want to.
Especially because he has so many other people that he's looking at already. Like, it'd be one thing if he had like a deep connection with Karma, but he doesn't.
Okay, so do you want to end this date right now or what?
It is kind of weird because it doesn't allow her really to like go through the experience.
Yeah.
So
that's
then they
true.
can't like actually date each other.
Because
which kind of sucks.
Because what if she ended up liking him better? You know
and then
what I mean?
it takes
Like,
away her like
agency.
ability to choose.
Exactly. It ends up again isolating her.
And how early is this?
And
like
that-
it seems
yeah.
early to me.
Yeah. And she seems put off by it.
She does.
Against my will. Because honestly, I didn't want to leave the pod.
And that sucks because
And
then
him saying
he's doing
against
something
my
he
will?
doesn't want to either. But Amar is so jealous that he can't handle it.
He doesn't want to deal with it. He's like, and he's not saying anything negative about Amar, but he's saying that I'm not going to deal with whatever consequence would be from this. And he's saying it's from love and stuff. I don't know. Amar is giving controlling vibes though for me.
And I'm so happy me and Karma are meant for each other.
I mean, him and Karma are really cute together.
They are really cute together.
But
And that other guy's chatting up everybody in the pod. So
I
it's
know.
not really like it's that big of a deal that he has to take one of the 14 people off his roster.
Yeah.
Because he's laying it on thick with everybody. So when he says he likes Karma, I'm like, but do you like her more than any of the other people you were flirting with?
Yeah, I hear that.
I feel we can build an empire together.
Oh god, the building of the empires.
Please, empires. No empires.
Inevitably, people say that. We're going to build our empire together.
We're going to run the world.
I don't think that's really what people mean, though. I think they just mean, like, they want to have kids.
I
They want to,
know.
like, have their little
Well,
family.
I do think particular people say stuff like that, though.
The emperization of...
Of relationships.
Of relationships,
The
yeah.
we run this shit of relationships.
Yeah.
Like,
The other person, I do think he likes me more than you do.
I know who it is, and he does.
It's okay, I'll poison him at night.
I do think there's a lot of violent humor here, potentially.
Which is fine. I like it.
I like violent humor.
Probably Safa.
I pointed right away.
Oh, yeah, that must be him. We haven't seen him yet.
We've seen him briefly, but not talking much, I don't think.
Okay, now we're going to see him interact with
And the
Saf.
Safa.
I envy who you're thinking about.
It's not just one guy.
Really? This makes my stomach upset.
But she thinks this guy likes her more than the last guy does. She's like, you don't like me as much as the other guy, it seems to me. Isn't that what she said?
I like that they're talking about, like, jealousy or,
Yeah.
like, what would bring that up for somebody, because I think for most people there's a point where they would get jealous. So like, where is that point?
And he's like, no, I want you to be closer to family. It's like, oh, why would I be jealous about that?
Green flags.
Yeah,
for
it is.
sure.
Green, just like his shirt. It's like a pale green right now.
Pale green.
We're moving towards a deep green.
She's wearing deep green.
Yeah.
And I have very deep green flags about her.
Currently. And she's being upfront too. She's like, hey, I was thinking about multiple guys. And
Yeah,
he's
they both
not
know.
overly upset about it. He just rolls in here and being himself.
Strong.
And intelligent and well educated. And you're very tactful.
Oh, he's giving her a lot of compliments
Yeah.
too. Oh, he's being really sweet to her.
Yeah.
And agreed about how like he feels she's so intelligent.
Yeah.
And
He's being very reassuring. I mean, you always got to fear like a love bomb in these shows because of like, because it happens.
Yeah, I do get taken in by the love bombing.
Yeah,
for sure.
and is it what he's doing? You don't really know. It's the love bombing. It really is, do actions and words match up? Currently, all we have is words.
Yeah.
And it's not so over the top. I'm going to be like, that's 100% love bombing. It's also the first time we're seeing it.
Words to her and his words to the producers are consistent.
Consistent, yeah.
Cute teddy bear. Smells so nice.
Really? You're so cute.
Oh. I love noodles.
Me
It's
too.
just like, I
It
see-
looks good.
It doesn't matter what it is. If there's noodles, I
You're
want
there.
it. Ugh.
If we can't have children, what will your reaction be?
That's a great question.
That is a good question. That's
It's a
huge.
great question.
What would happen? And
I
divorce?
really don't know what would happen. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
I mean, that's complicated. Because it depends on how much importance you place on children and like legacy and all that kind of shit. And because very honestly, most or all the people on the show are quite wealthy, and
that's true.
when you're wealthy, you have options that
That's
other
true.
people don't. You have surrogacy, you've got IVF.
Even IVF, yeah,
It's a
incredibly
wealthy.
expensive.
It's a privilege to be able to access those forms of healthcare or like pregnancy care.
Karma is the perfect girl for me, the one I feel comfortable with.
It was a nice date, but it wasn't that deep.
This is hard because it feels like they're on different pages, kind of.
Yeah.
With him feeling like it's just a done deal and they're done, and her being like, it just wasn't deep enough for me, the conversation.
Yeah.
If you 2 days go in Dubai,
After Abu Dhabi, then China, and so forth.
I hate that. Okay, they can do that all they want. I hate this whole like jet set. Like, I don't know, whatever.
Well, but he's
It's fine.
saying, I mean, it's like part of the reason it's hard to have a relationship when you're jet setting
That's
like
true.
that.
And it sounds to me like he'd be taking his lady around if she wanted to go with him, right? Like, I give her everything. Like, this is the kind of life I want, jumping around. Do you want to jump around with me?
Yeah.
Is the feeling I get.
Actually, I don't have any questions.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you, sweetheart.
But also,
I'm not your sweetheart.
I wonder if like being your full self in here,
Yes.
even if it's off-putting, is the best way to find someone that's actually a
I
good match
agree.
for you.
Well, that's the best way to find your match for you.
Right, like you
period.
should
Yeah.
put your kind of like worst foot forward in a
Yeah.
way, because then you're not like
Yeah.
doing what that one guy's doing where
People pleasing.
yeah,
And shit. Yeah.
and he's just flirting with everyone, and everyone feels like they've got a good relationship. Him, half the people probably hate.
Well, he's also being rude. He's being impolite.
Yeah, he is being rude.
And that has to be stated. And that's something to pay attention to, is how you treat people when they don't have anything to offer you. And he's like, you have nothing for me, and he walks away.
But then this show is about what people have to offer, like you and your future relationship.
I still think that that's something to pay attention to. How do
Yeah.
you treat people that don't have anything to offer you? I think is a huge indicator of your character.
Yeah, because I suppose he could have handled it differently in the sense that he still could have ended it, but been like, "Hey, I don't think we're a match. I'm going to leave." And
I wish you
instead,
the best.
he just left without even telling the one person.
And then the other, he's like, "Bye, sweetheart," and she's like, "Don't call me sweetheart." It's like
Yeah,
that. Like,
so it was, like,
okay, honey.
dismissive.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's being dismissive of people, and they're feeling that, and that's what we're seeing.
I like when people notice my clothes and all of that, you know?
We'll fight over the attention then.
He's so dry. Okay, he's smiling there, but I can't read him when he's
I
joking.
think it's both. You know,
Okay.
like when someone says something that's like kind of funny,
We're
but
gonna fight a
also
little
kind
bit.
of real.
Yeah, I feel like that already happened in this episode where somebody said like a hard truth,
Yeah.
and I was like, he means it.
I have a twin brother.
No, you're joking.
I'm serious.
Because I have a twin as well.
Oh
no!
It's not. I imagine. I'm not sure, but I imagine the rates of like twins getting with other twins is probably higher than
Oh,
normal.
yeah, 'cause
just
you
'cause of the
understand
camaraderie.
more,
That
yeah.
understanding. That's crazy. That's just a statement I made without any fact check. So you feel free to correct me.
Yeah, if you're a twin, tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us what
or
you
if
think.
you just know the statistics of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool
Yeah.
that they have that
Yeah.
in common. And then, because I have like, I guess, heard in the past that it can be hard for twins to date because if somebody doesn't understand the close relationship you have with your twin and you're in a relationship with them, it can be difficult.
Off-putting or just like hard to deal with. Yeah.
Right. So, like, if they both have close relationships with their twins, then they can understand that for each other. That can be helpful.
Came Hajar, the Moroccan girl.
It was amazing.
Then came Yasmin, the Tunisian girl. I'm so happy.
Yeah, he had a few bad dates, and then he had a couple that worked out better for him.
It's done? In my heart, I'm with the Tunisian.
A lot of people making claims, you know what I mean? Like, it's happening on both sides, too. We saw a couple of guys in here getting possessive about people that they're all dating still. And then that one woman said, if you talk to him, I'll kill you. People joking about poisoning each other. Like, and I do believe it's all in jest, but there's a lot of, like, you know, there's a lot of that right now. That's the vibe from this season 1.
I like it.
Is he doing a proposal already? Are we getting an episode 1 proposal?
I think so. I don't know if will she accept it, I think.
Does it always feel this fast? An episode 1 proposal just feels incredibly fast to me right now, but whatever. I guess it always is this fast.
I think we usually get, especially if it's a sure thing couple, like he is not interested in anyone else.
That's true. He's been hyper focused on her.
And she's dressed up. I think she knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Do you want me? Do you want us to be together?
Honestly,
oh, this is going to be the, yeah, of course I want to marry you. They're going to do that in like 5 seconds, right?
maybe what I'm feeling is just excitement, not love.
Oh. I mean, that is absolutely what everybody should be asking themselves when they're in the pods. Is this excitement or love?
Yes.
And I wonder how much of this is her feeling this way because she gets isolated because he pushed out the other guy.
So she wasn't able to participate really in the experiment.
I got cold feet. But
then this morning I woke up and realized I'm in love with you.
I know. Okay, all right. Get out of here. Well, yeah, first episode, I'm struggling with people's names. I'm going to be real with that. I know Karma.
Amar. Karma and Amar. They're the ones right now that we left on the cliffhanger.
Who was that other guy? It was like Chifiko or something? I know I'm getting that wrong, but it was like some of those letters. It was like a CH. And
there's definitely a C.
I feel like there's an eco in there.
There might have been 2 C's, honestly. Unclear.
Yeah. Oh, and there's Muhammad, right?
Muhammad. I liked Muhammad. I forget
really
the name of the person he was with.
Yeah, I'm really good with their faces, honestly. I recognize Safa. Okay, all right. So those are the names we know. We're not going to be able to talk too much because we don't know anybody's names. I don't know. Like, it kind of actually felt like a pretty standard intro episode in a lot of ways.
I am interested to see Amar's reaction to what Karma is saying to him because I can't tell with him if like some of his behavior is like red flag controlling.
Yeah.
Or if it's
direct.
Just right. It is hard to tell.
Yeah.
Because, and I can't tell too, like, I wonder if she is upset about the fact that he basically went into a room and then told everyone they weren't allowed to date her.
Yeah, that would be upsetting, I think, for a lot of people.
In this scenario, for me, it would. Because if you're not allowed to make your own choice to be done with the rest of the men in the experiment, that would suck. Like, you'd feel maybe, like, what if?
Yeah.
Or that there were things that you hadn't been able to explore because basically Amar was like, no, you're my person and I'm making the choice for both of us.
Yeah.
Amar is also the one that was like, as soon as we get married, your life becomes about like me and our family.
I don't know, dude. I got a lot of potential problems with that. Like, but we don't know. Maybe she'll say no. It kind of feels like it's going to be the first yes. It usually is.
Yeah, I feel like
usually first proposals that get cliffhanged over an episode is a yes afterwards.
I feel like she's going to say all the stuff that she said and then be like, but I realize that I really love you, or but I have to take the leap of faith.
And this is an experiment,
yeah.
and I want to try it with you because I really do like you and I want to see where it can go.
Yeah.
Like, that's usually the way that goes.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Do you have any favorites from today?
I like Safa a lot.
Yeah.
They didn't show us a lot of her with Muhammad, and then
I like the way how open she was.
I like how she basically told them both, there are 2 of you and I'm not picking right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
and that's like such stark contrast to like what happened with Amar and Karma.
Yeah.
You know, where there was claims made versus like the like ain't nobody locking me down right now, you know?
The other thing that I really like about her is, so she's 37, and we've seen in other seasons of Love is Blind and other shows, like dating shows in the US, when people kind of hit that threshold of like, if I'm going to have biological children, it's going to need to be soon-ish, then it's almost like they come into the show with like an insecurity around their age.
Yeah.
Like I'm the oldest, or like I'm worried because I'm older than people. And Safa isn't giving any of
She
that
doesn't
at all.
seem to have those. She's
No.
not expressing those concerns.
No.
She's here to find her a person. She doesn't care.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, she obviously has her own feelings because she was talking about them around what it would be like to be an older parent and
Yes.
things like that. But it doesn't feel like when she's talking to the guys or when she's in like the, you know, back in the area where all the girls are together, it doesn't feel like she's letting that get to her in the sense of being like, oh, well, I'm older, so he might not pick me. She's like, I have choice.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
I have two people interested in me and I have to figure out who I like of
Yeah.
the two of them, if either.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I
She showed
really
up
like
good.
that about her.
I agree. Kind of curious to see where some of these go.
Yeah, me too.
Obviously, there's some flags, but like I said, maybe we don't get into too much further for now.
It's hard because there was a lot of very short pieces of a lot of people.
Mhm.
So it's like kind of hard to like keep up with who they're talking about. And then the name memorization is,
Yeah.
man, it's a struggle. Let me tell you.
And we already don't know how some of this stuff is going to play out because we believe there isn't the live together moment. So I don't know. I think we'll just along for the ride and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your take on things. Let us know down below what you felt about this first episode.
Yes.
And leave us a like and then subscribe if you want to watch the rest of the season with us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Then I got it knocked, and I started going,
Ridiculous.
All those tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.